All right, it's 12:01. Let's go ahead and get started. And then if other people choose to join, we'll let them into the room as we get going. And so thanks for being here. Terry, it looks like you're the only one here right now. We may get more in a minute, but I'll introduce myself and I'll let Michaela introduce himself, and then we'll tell you a little bit about our program. I'm Lainey Dornier, and I am the program director for Kinesiology. And Michaela, I'll let you tell your own.
Hi, Terry. I'm Michaela Williams. I'm the Senior Academic Advisor, and I work primarily with students in the Kinesiology grad programs in Health and Wellness Management and Sports Studies.
It's nice to meet both of you. Zoom meet.
Yeah. So Terry, tell us a little bit about what you're interested in, so we can maybe focus. We'll talk about all of it, but we'll also focus on your interest too.
Yes, of course. And I want to mention, I see a fourth person here, Anne Conlon. Do you all see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. You guys are addressing me, and I wanted to make sure that you saw that Anne was here as well. So I am enrolled in the Health and Wellness program, and I'm interested in getting a master's. And I just wanted to know more about the available options, and specifically interested in the 4+1 program.
Okay, good. Well, thanks for telling us that. We'll make sure we cover it. Anne actually works with us. She's the one overseeing all this, the presentation. She usually kind of backs out and you don't see her picture, but we're glad to have Anne here too. And you should know Anne. But and Anne, you can introduce yourself too.
Yes. Hello. Hi, Terry. My name is Anne. I'm the events coordinator at SOPA. So I'm usually behind the scenes running the slides of these webinars, and I'm on for any questions in the chat as well.
Yeah. Thanks.
I feel
Anne.
like a very lucky SOPA student right now. So thank you all.
Yeah. Well, we think all of our SOPA students are lucky, actually. So you just get a lot of attention. And so we're going to tell you some general information also, and some of it may be redundant, and then jump in and ask questions if you have any. So just a little bit about SOPA. We'd like to give a little information, and you can, win a trivia contest if this is ever part of a trivia contest. But Tulane was founded in 1834 as the Medical College of Louisiana, but SOPA has a long history with Tulane, because we first started offering continuing education courses in 1886, which is really unusual for a university. So SOPA is well grounded into the foundation of what Tulane is, who Tulane is, and what Tulane wants to offer to the community, to our students and to the community. So that's a little bit of history about SOPA. SOPA has a lot of support for students. We do have our graduate programs are completely online. We're going to tell you a little bit about those programs. We're going to tell you a little bit about this is a little bit about what we're going to talk about today, but about our programs and our faculty, student support, kind of the affordability and flexibility for students in taking classes, and a little bit about Tulane. So that's kind of covering what we're going to talk about today. So SOPA's online learning, I'm not going to read the slides. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it. But every one of our classes at the graduate level is online. And all of our online classes go through an online workshop to be developed. And so they have a very similar feel. We think this is one of the strengths of our program, is that one, our online classes are really great. They're interactive, they're engaging. And so our online classes aren't merely where students get online, do the work, submit it, get it graded, and move on. We actually want students to be engaged. We want you to collaborate with your classmates. And so we set the classes up for that. You'll actually be working with students in your class. And we also require all of our graduate classes to have 4 in-person class meetings on Zoom. And so, it's not just working online. You actually will meet your faculty, and you'll meet your colleagues also in an online format. This is just a little bit of information about our online classes. We do offer a lot of online. You can see just from this outline, we've had 13,665 students complete almost 32,000 hours of online coursework since 2018. We do have 8 master's degrees and 19 graduate certificates and 4 post-bac certificates that are all completely online. And we have over 200 faculty that have been trained in online instruction. So we're very proud of our online development. So a little bit about kinesiology. And the program is kinesiology, and then we have 2 degree programs, and we'll talk about each one of those: health and wellness management and sports studies. And so for the health and wellness management, we talk a lot about the healthcare industry, leadership in healthcare industry, corporate wellness, and those types of things in the health and wellness program. But we also cover courses that are related to sports, like sports nutrition, fitness and exercise, weight control, stress management, and those type courses. Next. I'll quickly go through the undergraduate. I think you're in that program now, but we do offer a BA in health and wellness management. It's a 120-hour degree program, and we offer courses both on ground and online. It's not completely online, so anybody in the BA program would have to be on campus because there's some of them. We do have the health and wellness does have a 4+1 program. You mentioned you're interested in that, so I want to talk about it a little bit. Our 4+1 program allows students to kind of get a head start on a master's degree. It's a great program if you're interested in finishing your undergraduate in health and wellness and starting the master's degree in health and wellness management. The 4+1 program allows students that meet the GPA requirements. I believe you have to have a 3.0. Is that correct, Michaela? Do you know? It's either a 3.0 or a 3.2.
I believe it's 3.0.
Okay, I think that is a 3.0. So if you have a 3.0 in your undergraduate, you can apply to the 4+1 program. You should apply in your junior year, or the end of your junior year, because the 4+1 program allows you to take graduate coursework during your undergraduate program, and that graduate coursework counts both toward the undergraduate degree and your master's degree. So if you sign up for that and welcome, Elevante, somebody just joined our program in progress. We're talking about the BA in health and wellness, and I'm talking a little bit about the 4+1 program.
It is 3.0, Lainey.
Okay, thanks, Michaela. Thanks for looking that up. So if you have a 3.0 in your undergraduate, you can, as I said, you can take coursework that counts for both your undergraduate and your graduate. It has 2 advantages. One is those 6 hours of graduate coursework that you take as a senior, you take them in your senior year. So that's 2 graduate courses. That graduate coursework then counts as 6 hours towards your undergraduate. So that's 6 hours of undergraduate coursework, that you don't have to take because this graduate coursework is going to count for it. And then the other thing that happens is when you're in the 4+1 program, you're automatically entered into the master's degree program. So you don't have to, you don't have to apply you apply for the 4+1, but you don't have to do a separate application. So it's a pretty good deal. It saves money and it saves time because you also get to take those graduate coursework at the undergraduate cost for undergraduate courses. So it saves you a little bit of money and it saves you a little bit of time. It's a great program if you're interested in that. We also offer a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science, and that's a 120-hour program also. And this program really is for people that are interested in like allied health programs. You're interested in going on maybe in working in physical therapy, occupational therapy, physician's assistant, or you're interested in working in the clinical aspects of kinesiology. And I'm going to take a little moment. Elevante, I hope I'm saying that right. And if I'm not, tell me how to pronounce it. But tell us a little bit about your interests so I'll make sure I cover what you're interested in also. Elevante, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm interested in exercise science.
In the what?
Exercise science part.
Okay, all right. Well, okay, perfect. Well, I'll tell you a little bit more about that program then. So our Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science, as I mentioned, is 120 hours. We have 40 hours in the major. This program really is a pretty heavily science-oriented program. And so in this program, you are required to take 40 hours in kinesiology, and it's coursework like exercise physiology, biomechanics, exercise prescription, motor learning, sports psychology. But you're also required to take science-related classes. In the exercise science class, you are required to take the cell biology and anatomy and physiology. We do offer anatomy and physiology that are SOPA sections of anatomy and physiology. Tulane offers anatomy and physiology that's an anatomy and physiology 1 and an anatomy and physiology 2. Some students will choose to take that avenue. That's a cadaver lab where you actually work with cadavers in the lab. That course is only offered during the day. It's very difficult to get into. And you are required to take, as I mentioned, the cadaver lab. We offer a SOPA section of anatomy in the fall, and then a SOPA section of physiology in the spring. Both of those also have labs associated with them, but our labs are virtual labs, so they're online. And a lot of the anatomy and physiology actually across the country is kind of moving to that virtual type of lab because we have such great software now that you can use to teach people about the human body. So that's a heavier science-oriented class because you need that background if you're going to have a degree in exercise science. And again, Terry and Elvante, jump in if you have questions anywhere along the way.
I do now. I think I am 2/3 of the way through my undergraduate degree. I think I either have or am approaching or very close to having 75 credits, which I believe Dan Rahe said was the minimum in order to apply to the program. So is this the time this semester? Is this the time for me to apply? And I think I have a 4.0.
Very good. Very, congratulations, Terry. Yeah, so once you've completed 75 hours, if you've completed 75 hours, so it means that you've already completed it, not including this semester. So if after this semester you will have completed 75 hours, that's when you would apply to the 4+1 program. If you've completed 75 hours, then you can apply to the 4+1 program now. And if you want to know more about that 4+1 program, we can actually meet offline too. I can get in there, we can meet on Zoom, and I can get into your records and see where you are and what you need to do. But I would highly recommend applying for that program if you're interested in the graduate program also.
I would like to do that, and I would love to meet at another time. That'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So send me an email when we're finished with this meeting and we'll set up a Zoom meeting. We also offer a Master of Science in Health and Wellness Management. And our Master of Science in Health and Wellness Management is kind of a unique program in that we have stackable certificate programs. And so students can choose to complete 2 certificates, and each certificate is 4 classes, plus 2 core classes for a total of 10 classes or 30 hours. And the certificates are corporate wellness, health leadership, and health strategy and financial management. Or some students really aren't interested in the certificates because they want to take coursework across all of the certificate programs. And that's okay too. Our programs are very diverse. They're flexible. We want to be able to meet students' needs. So you can complete 2 certificate programs, or you can choose 8 classes across all 3 certificate programs, plus the 2 core classes for the 30-hour master's degree in health and wellness management. Then we also offer, next slide, a Master of Science in Sports Studies. And our Master of Science in Sports Studies, very similar to our Master of Science in Health and Wellness Management, is a stackable certificate program where we have 3 certificates, actually we have 4 certificates now. We have sport administration, sport coaching, sport security, and sport medicine. And again, you can complete any 2 certificate programs. There's 4 classes in each certificate program. So that would be 8 classes plus 2 core classes, and it's for a total of 10 classes. So this is for people that are interested in any aspect of the sport industry. Next. Then we also offer graduate and postgraduate certificates. Some of those are part of our master's degree program I've told you about, and all of them are part of our master's degree actually. And so some students may choose just to do the certificate program. So if you're not interested in completing 30 hours for a master's degree, you can come in and complete just a certificate in any one of those areas. And again, it's sport administration, sport security, sport coaching, sport medicine, corporate wellness, health leadership, and health strategy and financial management. We also right now offer a post-bac certificate in health and wellness. The post-bac certificate in health and wellness is a 24 credit post-bac. You must have a bachelor's degree in order to do the post-bac certificate in health and wellness. We have diverse faculty. I say one of the strengths of our program is that we hire a lot of adjunct faculty. And so we hire people that are experts in the classes in which they're teaching. And here's some examples of faculty that teach in our program. And as an example, R.T. Hill is actually a physical therapist by day and also by night sometimes, but he teaches our human body class. And so that's what he does. I mean, he's a physical therapist and he teaches about the human body. Irina Tereshchenko is actually a national champion pickleball player. I didn't realize pickleball was so popular until I started following Irina, but she's also a tennis expert. She's coached tennis at every level, including professional. And so she knows a lot about coaching, and she teaches a course for us in athletic development and coaching. So this is what she does. Tyra Mitchell is actually our associate director of the kinesiology program, and she's a former physical therapist at Ochsner, and she teaches a variety of classes for us. And then Vernon Dunn is an example. He actually works in Washington, D.C. for the federal government, and he teaches a course for us in motor development, which is his area of expertise. And there's a lot more. We have a really great variety of faculty. And I think one of the advantages of students who work with our faculty is you're working with people who are working in the field. And so it kind of gives you a leg up about knowing people working in the field. And you can also talk with them about what they're doing and what's happening in the fields in which they work. And I think that's a great advantage for our students. I'm gonna pass it over to Michaela now. He's gonna tell you all the really important information.
I'll take it from here. Thanks, Lainey. So I'm gonna go over a little bit about student support and success. And Avante, I'm Michaela Williams. I am a senior academic advisor here at SOPA. I work primarily with grad students in the kinesiology programs and health and wellness management and sports studies. If you have interest in exercise science, and I think, Terry, you're a health and wellness major, so Dan Ray is your advisor. We work very closely together. So if you weren't interested and were accepted into the 4+1 program, we would all work together to make sure that you're taking the proper classes. And that's just what we do as academic advisors. We're here every step of the way to help you with anything you need that's academic related and beyond. Actually, you know, as academic advisor, we become the point person a lot of times for many students because they feel a comfort level with us to be able to reach out and ask questions. And if we don't know the answers, we'll definitely try to point you in the right direction. Lainey talked at length about the expert faculty who have industry experience. These are people who are in the field of the classes that they teach. So I would always recommend that you use them as a resource and reach out to them and via email and try to schedule appointments and pick their brains and get as much information as you can from them. Career advice, we have a career advisor, full-time staff member who also teaches a career class. If you're an undergraduate, Cynthia Washington, she's available for appointments. Like I said, she teaches a career development class. If you're interested in that, I'd highly recommend it. You should take that as well. And a network of program peers and other Tulane alumni. We have alumni all over the country, all over the world, as a matter of fact, and we try to connect you with those people to be able to ask questions and about what your career goals may be, and just to connect you to help you along with your goals. Credit for prior learning. This is to earn credit towards a bachelor or master's degree. If you have experience in personal working experience, community service, military training, those could possibly be used to go towards credit towards your undergrad or graduate degree. Graduate students can earn up to 6 credits from a portfolio assessment. Undergraduate students can earn up to 24 credits. So if you have experience, life experience, and things you've done that you feel may go towards the degree that you're working towards, please reach out to your advisor for additional information. Tuition is very affordable. It's undergraduate degree. We have tuition at the credit of $576 per credit. Graduate level is $1119 per credit. We have financial aid offered for undergrad, graduate, and post-bac certificates. So like myself as an academic advisor, every student is assigned to a financial aid counselor, so somebody you can reach out to with all of your financial aid questions. So if you have any questions that regards to financial aid, you have a person that you can reach out to, ask questions and schedule appointments with to answer all of those questions. The types of aid that we offer in terms of federal grants, federal loans, yellow ribbon program, 20% discount for all active duty military, K through 12 instructional staff, New Orleans area public employees. And like we said before, 6 to 12 credit hours, depending on if you're undergrad or graduate, for work and life experience. Applying is extremely simple. You can go to sopa.tulane.edu/apply to go to the application. $40 or $50 application fee. The application fee will be waived since you've joined us in this webinar, so you don't have to worry about that. You need a government ID clear to upload. And for those of you who are transferring or graduate programs, you must have a transcript from the institutions mailed in a sealed envelope, or you can have it electronically sent directly from the institution. We cannot accept unofficial transcripts or transcripts that you have that have been opened. They must be a sealed envelope if it's mailed directly from the institution, or if we get it from you, it must be in a sealed envelope, or you can have it sent electronically directly from the school to us. GRE is not required for any of our grad programs, so there's no testing. Once you submit all your information, you should receive an answer within a few days. Application deadlines for spring, January 1st is the last day to apply for the spring enrollment. Early enrollment scholarship is December 1st. Summer is May 1, and fall is August 1st. Students who enroll in courses by the following days are eligible for a one-time enrollment scholarship of $200 for undergraduate students and $500 for graduate students. So there's that date underneath the application deadlines. If you are enrolled in classes by that date, you can be eligible for a one-time enrollment scholarship. Any questions, Terry and Avante?
I think that my questions would perhaps be better suited to a one-on-one session, simply because I want to talk more specifically about my interest and where the degree may take me in the future after graduation. And then I can, choose the right path. So that's probably the most helpful thing, considering everyone's time today. I did want to ask one question about the credit for prior learning programs. What type of, what are the parameters of that? What does that look like? Because I have a program and then on North Shore, actually something that I'm starting very, very soon. And I'm wondering if that might be a good fit.
Well, it's two ways to earn credit as an undergraduate degree. You can do testing, like CLEP testing. We don't offer CLEP testing at Tulane, but there are other areas or institutions that offer CLEP testing. If you would test out a specific course or curriculum, if you earn a high enough score, you can get credit for that. Or the portfolio assessment is where you use your life experience from things you've done in the past, and you do a portfolio assessment, and then that's reviewed, and then you can earn credit for that. It's a class you enroll in, and then you do over the course of I believe you can earn up to 9 credits within that one class, and then you can do a portfolio assessment for the things that you learned, and then once that reviewed, they will let you know if you can earn credit for those.
Let me explain that a little bit, though, because that may sound a little bit confusing.
Okay.
What ends up happening in that is that And I'll give you an example. So we have a graduate course in financial management. And so if we have a student who has worked in financial management, like at a hospital, they've been working in that job, they've worked in financial management. And so they could use that experience, take this portfolio class, and they would have to demonstrate in the portfolio class how they've met each of the objectives that are required of the class. So if one of the objectives is to develop a business plan, they would have to show that they've developed a business plan previously. If one of the objectives is, communication skills, they would have to demonstrate how they have exhibited communication skills. So it's not just life experiences, it's really that you've done the work in that job. And so taking this class, you've already done it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Just briefly, what I'll be doing is running a volunteer program. It's a pilot program for memory care for seniors with an emphasis on art therapy. And it's pretty exciting, I think. So it's perhaps that'll be a good fit.
Well, that sounds really exciting, but like we don't offer a course that experience would have to be linked to a course that we offer. And we don't offer any courses in rehabilitation and art therapy. So there's probably not going to be that linkage for that. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Thank you for the explanation. But
Yeah.
again, I think to save everyone time, perhaps one-on-one session would be.
Yeah. And
Yes.
so Terry, if you'll stay on after this is over, and don't link, make me where we can stay on, and then we can stop the recording and you and I can continue to talk.
Lainey, I'm going to steal your explanation for that was actually perfect. I like that because I have a friend of mine who's actually in one of the grad programs. He's been doing grant writing pretty much his entire career, and so he took the portfolio to test out of grant writing because he's been doing it basically his entire career. So there was no need for him to take that course.
That's a perfect example. Yep.
And I've done that. I was development director for a New Orleans organization, and I did their grant writing for 4 years. So I don't know if that's past experience would apply.
We do. We did. I'm not sure if we still. We do have a grant writing class. So if
we did have one, we don't anymore.
don't have okay.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
and that's at the undergraduate level, not at the graduate level.
Yeah, she's an undergrad right now. So
Right, but she's interested in the graduate 4+1 program. Yeah. Any other questions?
I don't have any. I don't know if Alvante does. I just want to say thank you to you guys. It's been very informative and helpful. And also want to say that I thoroughly have enjoyed the time that I've spent at SOPA. It's been the best experience of my life. That's not an understatement.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Terry. Alvante, do you have any questions? All right.
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Well, thank you all for attending. And Ann, if you can let Terry and I stay on, we can go ahead and meet now.